It's pushing 3 years they've been hanging out on my shelf. Hey y'all, my name is Nat. I hope you're having a terrific day today. And for this video, I am going to be reacting to book hauls from 2022. Alright, before we get into anything bookish, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below, as well as tell me in the comments what is the last book that you read off of your owned TBR. Yeah, I'm a little nervous going into this one. These books are pushing 3 years old, so I'm really hopeful I've already read a lot of them. If I haven't, this is going to be a bit problematic, and maybe I should like officially turn this into like a reading vlog idea where if I haven't read these books, I now need to for a video. That's actually not a bad idea, Nat. Editing, Nat. We're going to take note of this and possibly come back. I've gotten in the habit of doing one of these every year because they are a lot of fun to react to, but at the same time, they also make me question my decisions. So let's go ahead and dive into 2022's third quarter book haul. Love a good Barnes & Noble BOGO. Those are the best, but also kind of the worst. Hell Followed With Us by Andrew Joseph White. Thank God I actually have read already. Also, that was kind of ironic choice of words if you read this book. I actually read this one pretty quickly because I was just so intrigued by the idea of it, and also the cover was stunning. So thankfully that did not stay on my TBR for too long. A Marvelous Light by Freya Marsk. Thank Lord, I actually have read this one as well. It just recently got read, actually. I'd been meaning to start this series for so freaking long, and now I finally did. Actually, I think it was for my February Raid My Shelves, so I'll put a link to that up in the cards if you want to hear my thoughts. Oh, Cackle by Rachel Harrison. Yes, I actually bought this specifically to read it because it was for a readathon. So like that kind of worked out well. I love this book. I've since reread it. And then You Deserve Each Other. Thank God. I actually had already read this. This was me buying a book that I already loved. So, wow, we're doing really well. I'm going to knock on some wood so I don't jinx myself there. Okay, what do we got next? 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Also, have already read this. I don't remember if I had read this book when I bought it. No, I don't think so. The hype definitely got to me on this one, and that's why I ended up buying it. But I read it pretty quickly after, if I remember. I think it was for like rom-comathon or something because I loved this book. It was a really great one. So awesome. Float Plan by Trish Dollar. I also just recently read that for that same Raid My Shelves in February. It's a good thing those books got picked for that video, apparently. Spy Family Volume 1 by Tatsuya Endo. I don't think I had read this when I bought it, but yes, I'm currently up to date with the series. Guys, this is actually going so well. I can't believe it. I'm a little nervous. Like this, why is this going so good? Okay, here we go. See, I said I would speak too soon. The Bronze Drum by Fong Nguyen. Unfortunately, I officially ended up unhauling this without reading it. I got this from Book of the Month. It was one of the only books at the time that sounded interesting to me. Looking back on it, like I do still think this is probably a book I would enjoy, as it has feminist themes and a historical setting based on true events that I'd never heard about. But it's been so long on my TBR, and I never really had any draw to pick it up. So this is one that's like, maybe at some point or another I will. It's yeah, I just officially gave up and got rid of it. The first two in the Winston Brothers series, I know for a fact I read these first from my library and then ended up buying them because I love this series. So automatically was on my read shelf. Next up, another romance, Faking It Under the Mistletoe by Ashley Shepherd. This one I also specifically bought for a video. I think it was like a holiday romance 5x5 a few years back. I had heard positive things about it, but like I bought it specifically to read it for that video. Also has been read. We are halfway through and don't have any on my TBR still. This is amazing. I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I read this one pretty soon after getting it. This was Molly's book, and then she read it, gave it to Allie. Allie read it, and then Allie gave it to me. This was a really hot topic when it came out, so I'm pretty sure most people have read it by this point, but it is a great memoir. I do highly recommend. Pandora's Jar by Natalie Haynes. Also read pretty quickly after getting it because this was, no, maybe it wasn't. Was this part of a feminist reading vlog? It might not have been. It might not. It might have just been for Nonfiction November, but I really enjoyed Natalie Haynes. And I guess you could call them like companion nonfiction books between Pandora's Jar and Divine Might. But yes, have read. The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Also have read. This one I read actually a while back, like for a video, just reading her books off of my shelves because she's an author I really enjoy and I just wanted more of her stuff. Next one, Little Weirds by Jenny Slate. This is the comedian, so I wanted to read her story, and I It was a weird book, but I have read it. And since Unhauled It, this is one that I don't think I'd really reread, and just her writing style wasn't really for me in the end. Oh lordy. Okay, next up is a Come Book Shopping With Us vlog wrap up. So this is gonna be a bunch. Kingdom of Souls by Brenna Barron. Yes, I have read this. Actually, I've read the whole series by this point. Unfortunately, it did not end on a great note, so the whole series has since been unhauled. A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro, also read, also unhauled. Soul Eater Volume 1. I have officially finished this series. I'm so freaking proud of myself. I'm actually in the process of now collecting them. I'm just like waiting until I can find them on sale or at half price or something like that. Because I mean, there's 25 volumes. And if you're buying new at 10 bucks a pop, that gets pretty expensive. Ooh, okay. We finally hit one I have not read, The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, which is such a shame now because the series has closed out at this point. I really should just go ahead and start it. This does fall under cozy fantasy, which I have a very love-hate relationship with, so I still own it. I just have yet to actually get around to reading it. What If You and Me by Ronnie Lauren. I read this one pretty quickly after getting it. It took me a little bit to get around to the next book, For You and No One Else, but have also read that one. I love this romance series. It is severely underappreciated, in my opinion. These books are so good. Furiously Happy by Jenny Lawson. Yes, I've read this one. I think Broken is the last of her work that I have yet to get around to reading, but she is very funny while talking about some really heavy stuff. Very much enjoy her work. Oh, another mystery that I've still yet to get to. Magpie Murders by Anthony Horowitz. To be fair, I kind of fell out of love with mysteries there for a while. I think I'm slowly starting to get that itch back because I read a thriller not too long ago and have been wanting to pick up another mystery or thriller. So maybe these will get read here soon, but as of right now, no. Okay, and the rest of this section is the unhaul. Guys, that's only it's two books. Only two books that are on my TBR. Amazing. Oh my gosh, wow. I think that's like maybe the best numbers I've had in one of these so far. I really should stop celebrating because I just know now that I did. I'm gonna pick up this next one and weigh the opposite. Okay, so next up, fourth quarter, closing out 2022. Like I was saying, Reaper of Souls by Brenna Barron, same as Kingdom of Souls, has been read, has been unhauled. A Light Amongst Shadows and A Hymn in the Silence. I have read both of these. I actually had already read them, and I think they were on my wish list specifically because I loved them so much and was hoping somebody would buy them for me. These are two I actually would love to reread at some point because the romance in them is so freaking cute, but also the like unsettling, ghosty mystery. Very enjoyable as well. Well Traveled. Unfortunately, this was my least favorite of this series. So I have read it and I've since unhauled it. I'm still sad about that, but I'll deal. The Lightning Struck Heart by TJ Klune. This is the first in his Tales of Verania series that I keep intending to start, but has yet to happen. It's like 5 books long, and these books are kind of chunky. Plus, it's TJ Klune. So I imagine there's going to be like a mix of this being hilarious and tear-jerking. So I need to read this series. I've still yet to get to it, unfortunately. It is sitting on my TBR shelf just staring at me. It's like she's threatening me at this point to read her. The Dictionary of Lost Words by Pip Williams is another one that unfortunately I've still yet to read. It's a historical that I think it might have magical realism, but I know it has feminist themes in it, which is what intrigued me about it. And then I've heard a lot of positive things from the people who have read it. I don't really remember why I had this on a wish list and somebody ended up purchasing it for me because yes, I do want to read it, but like it's a book I've just unfortunately never really prioritized. And now I own it. So like I really should prioritize it. But it's probably going to be like a TBR jar that officially tells me I have to, and that just hasn't happened yet. Sign Here by Claudia Lux, unfortunately. I also have yet to read. I kind of go back and forth between labeling this one as horror or fantasy, but like the premise of it is still very intriguing, following a demon who's trying to get the last member of this family to sell their soul to him, and if so he like gets a promotion or something, and then you watch like all the funny dramatic shenanigans unfolding with this family. I've heard it's a good time and I really like the cover. I just need to freaking read this one. Thistlefoot, I forgot about this book. No, I attempted to read it. I did not finish it and ended up unhauling it because both the main characters drove me insane. So I didn't want to keep reading it and I put it down. Oof. Sort of so well, no, I think I finished White Horse if I remember correctly, but I didn't really like it that much. So also did read, also unhauled. Crying in H Part by Michelle Zauner. It did take me a little bit to actually get to it, but I have read this one. It was just as heart-wrenching as I thought it was going to be, but a really, really good book. Oh my gosh, guys, that's it. That's only 4 books. Like this number could have been so much worse. I do feel pretty okay with 4 books. This is kind of making me think I should try to prioritize these and actually get them read. Like it's pushing 3 years they've been hanging out on my shelf. Let me know if you're interested in a reading vlog where I pick these up finally. All right, y'all, so that is it for today. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, why don't you leave me a video camera emoji in the comments? I have all my socials as well as a few ways you can support me linked in the description. I come out videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope you continue to have a terrific day. Love you. Bye.